Alright, so I just got done getting a bunch of scans done with my Helios here. And today I thought I'd show you something really cool, because I'm really sick of the Juggernauts and sorties and how it just feels like you're wailing on them for hours and hours and hours until they finally go down and they kill like a bunch of your squad mates. It's really annoying. But I'm going to show you how to one-shot them. Just clean one-shot. So there's a few frames that can do this. Ash, Avara, and Equinox, and I'm going to show you all of them. But the way you one-shot a Juggernaut, for Ash, what you need is an augment, but Avara and Equinox don't. So Ash needs the Fatal Teleport augment, and this will automatically perform the finisher. And Ash is the only frame here that doesn't require a sleep to kill a Juggernaut. So I'm just gonna spawn a Juggernaut in. The level doesn't matter. Oh, it doesn't matter too much because they still have the retarded defense. So Ash just destroys them. I probably should run back here before this gas proc. There we go. Okay, so you can see Ash can just fail teleport him and he instantly dies. Simple as that. Okay, now with Avara and Equinox, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. So Avara is a little bit tricky. So I'm going to use this duration build. I want to show you something. There's a weird interaction with her sleep in the Juggernaut. So if I sleep him... Oh, fuck. Press the wrong button. Alright, so I'm going to go sleep him right now. And you can see the timer's still counting down for the sleep, but this timer's still going, but he woke up. This doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why this happens, but with the VAR, you obviously got to do this really fast. Alright, so get up behind him and cut his belly open. I'm using the covert lethality on my dagger just for my dagger to scale infinitely. You can do this with any other weapon and like a sword or whatnot. I've been doing this with hammers actually. The Helicore, because I try to get scans. Funny enough, killing them with the Helicore doesn't. If Helios scan them doesn't. In fact, killing them with the Helicore at all doesn't get you the scan if you're doing it with Ash. But let me just show you this with Equinox here. And I'm not going to use a duration build so much because Equinox's sleep is actually more reliable than Avara's for some reason. Alright, I'm gonna... And same deal there. Just walk up behind him. Give him a good 1-2 shank. And he's done. Simple as that. Now, I tried this with blinds, and you really can't do that. So I'm gonna show you that real fast with Excalibur. He's not gonna take that. Yeah, he just curls up to a ball. And he becomes completely invulnerable, which is really annoying. However, Excalibur's Exalted Blade, however, seems to ignore some of his armor. But, and you see I just killed him relatively easily. But some of the Exalted weapons also ignore some of its armor, but it's not going to one-shot him. So, if you want to do damage that way, that's also fine. Probably wondering, does this work with the Juggernaut Behemoth? And yes, it does. Now, it's going to be a little harder to show you this because Juggernaut Behemoth has a base level of 500, which is a little high. But that's why I brought my Covert Lethality dagger to show you this. Alright, there it is. Alright, just gonna be a little cautious here. There we go. Okay. So, with the Juggernaut Behemoth, you kind of have to get, you don't have to get at the back. You kind of have to get at its side there. Alright, so it does work with the Juggernaut Behemoth. But you really need to hit at its side. More so. More of its upper back region. So you sort of have to line, if you, hit him with the sleep arrow, you're gonna have to be really fast because the duration wears off because he technically counts as a boss enemy, I believe. But you really want to get at where you see the damage number if you do miss. So let's try this again. There we go. That specific spot, you're going to want to kill that Juggernaut behemoth at. I'm going to show you the Equinox. Now, Ash can obviously just automatically just kills the dude. Let me swap on my build here. Alright. There we go. Alright. So, after a long time of finding that spot for some reason, it does indeed work with Equinox, but it's far more efficient to do it with Ash, or with Ash on the Juggernaut Behemoth specifically, because he's just so large, and he's kind of hiding his finisher spot. But, yeah, it took me a long time to do that. I'm gonna see if I can do that again more reliably. There we go. Okay. So that specific spot on the Juggernaut Behemoth, he can be finished with daggers and whatnot. But... Alright, so obviously Ash can just fatal teleport him. So that way, finding the spot isn't a problem on the Juggernaut Behemoth, but just automatically... Yeah, let's get out of there. Alright, so that is how you one-shot a Juggernaut or a Juggernaut Behemoth. Yeah. And it's not too difficult, actually. Like, I didn't even think of the Juggernaut being able to be finished like that, which is why someone showed me this on Discord and another time on the stream, and it was kind of funny to watch the Juggernaut Behemoth shrink down to a little Juggernaut and then be strangled by Ash. It was hilarious. But yeah. Now, if you're just doing, like, normal, like, stuff, like, your default melee weapon is fine. Versus a Juggernaut when it comes to finishing them. Like, you don't have to take a dagger, if you're, like, doing, like, Juggernaut Behemoth, it's probably a good idea to. I think Claws don't have a finisher animation for the Juggernauts yet. That's interesting. Alright. The fuck? Alright. So as you can see, don't exactly need a dagger if you're gonna, like, fight a Juggernaut in a sortie, but it certainly isn't a bad idea. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.